To be able to voice aspiration, we must be able to speak. So here is it. I can speak. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. 92.1 FM Radio Pesona, your best information station. Hello, good afternoon everybody. Good afternoon Pesona Inspira. Because Mondays come, it means I Can Speak will accompany your lunchtime again. And today I Can Speak will guiding by Valia and of course Iqbal. Hello Iqbal, how are you?
Finally, after 2 weeks, I'm not attending this show. Finally, I can join again.
Yeah, after I feeling always single, today I feeling couple with you.
It feels weird because I think I'm not talking in English for almost a month.
Yeah.
Now I'm coming back here. It feels like I need a little bit warming up for my tongue.
Yeah. I think it's not only for your feeling. In my feeling, which is I'm guiding for. What is it? The 1 weeks later.
Yeah.
But also I feel like my tongue, my English, it's not really fully well. So
it always feels weird every time we start this show every single week.
Yeah, that's why I Can Speak always coming for all people who wants to practicing their speaking skill, right?
Yes,
Iqbal?
of course. But as always, I want to inform about our program. This is collaboration between Pesona and Fakultas Bahasa dan Sastra Universitas Sains Al-Quran, which is we're not gonna be here just two of us. We have a special announcer for today's episode. Maybe some of you already know them because this is their third time, their second time. I think. If I'm
one
not wrong.
one of them is second time, one of them is third or fourth time.
Okay. Maybe
third time. Okay.
Maybe let's introduce them so Pesona Inspira could know more about them. Please, who's gonna go first?
Okay, maybe the closest one with me.
Okay, hello everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Nanda. You guys can call me Ananda or Nanda as well. And I am in the second semester of English Education Department of University of Sains and Al-Quran.
Yeah, the first time you came here, you're still on the first semester, right?
Yeah.
No, you're already in the second semester.
Yeah.
Now, let's introduce the second one, please.
Hello everyone, I'm Hisma Azara. You can call me Hisma. I'm from the second semester of English Education Department of Universitas Sains Al-Quran, same as Nanda.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is your second time.
Yeah,
right?
that's my second time.
The first time you with
One man.
I forget about his name.
Firman.
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 Right. Firman maybe gonna be on our next episode.
Yeah. In first time of Hisma when appear with Firman, Hisma looks like awkward and then nervous because of the couple. Not women, right?
Yeah.
But today, your couple is Ananda, which is the same similar gender.
Yeah.
So I think you looks more smile today than before.
I think she more comfort with this kind
Yeah.
of topic, with this kind of partner.
Yeah. How about your feeling today?
Yeah, I feel really comfort this time because Nanda is my classmate actually.
Oh, you guys are on the same class.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're in the same class.
Okay. So it's gonna be like super duper awesome because today we're gonna talk about what?
About what?
Please,
I think they still need to reading the topic first.
Please tell us what are we gonna talk about?
Okay, so in this occasion, we will talk about how to be pretty inside out. It's related to beauty and intelligence.
I think I already did that because I'm handsome inside and outside.
We can call you as a pretty one too.
kayak jatuhnya kayak nggak tahu diri.
Iya, terlalu confidence ya. Tapi nggak apa-apa sih kalau confidence-nya itu lebih ke kepercayaan dirinya
bener.
untuk melatih kita lebih lebih biar nggak gampang rendah diri gitu ya. Bukan untuk over pede.
Yeah, as long as not too much.
Yeah,
It's
betul.
for your own goodness. Kayak daripada insecure nggak sih?
Betul.
Lebih baik percaya diri dalam kadar yang sewajarnya.
Betul. Terutama juga percaya diri dalam hal untuk mencoba bergabung bersama I Can Speak program
Yes.
ya. Untuk ikutan ngobrol sama kita tentang topik yang tadi sudah di-spill nih sama Nanda. Ada how to be pretty inside out. Gimana sih caranya cantik luar dalam gitu ya Nanda ya. Buat Pesona Inspira yang mau bergabung bisa di 082323839996 pakai bahasa apapun.
Ya.
Boleh bahasa Indonesia, boleh bahasa Wonosobo, boleh alhamdulillah kalau mau mencoba pakai bahasa Inggris ya.
Kita akan mencoba pakai bahasa Inggris juga.
Oke.
So, who's choose this topic?
So actually, like maybe a week before this,
okay.
a week before today, we're still confused, like what topic we will talk about, and then I told her, I asked Mbak Hisma that what if we talk about beauty privilege, something beauty and intelligence, and then she was, I was also kayak aku baru mau ini udah dicatetin gitu.
Wow,
Nah,
berarti chemistry kalian udah luar biasa banget nih.
Kebetulan ya.
I think you guys have a telepathy one of other.
But-
Jadi
but-
punya telepati yang sama gitu loh.
But why both of you think that this kind of topic it's something that you need to speak out?
Ya.
Why?
Because I think a lot of people are going to be related to this topic because
Yeah,
this
yeah, yeah.
happens so many times in our daily life. Especially maybe we both have kind of experiences towards this topic, so it might help others out there.
Yeah. Cause sorry for saying this, but other people's stereotype it have to be if someone pretty, they're gonna be dumb. If
Yeah,
someone
yeah,
smart,
yeah, yeah.
they're gonna be ugly.
Yeah.
Something like that, right?
Yeah.
The stereotype is always something similar about
Because
like that.
because the person who you mentioned doesn't what I said meet Valia.
but actually, someone who goes virally, like maybe I don't want to say the name, but you guys must be know it. But some of them are used that kind of branding to be a famous. Like
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
pretty, but they're kind of be like, I don't want to say dumb, I don't want to say stupid, but I want to say
Maybe average.
Polos itu apa ya dalam bahasa Inggris? Polos.
Oke.
Ya, jadi mereka
Innocent.
innocent.
Yeah,
Mereka
innocent.
menggunakan stereotype. They're pretty, but their looks innocent as their branding, so they goes viral and every single thing.
Yeah.
That's why.
I think everybody has their own value, whatever is about their beauty, their brain, or maybe just about their behavior or manner.
Yeah, exactly. How about you guys? You think have that kind experience like you have a friend or someone that you know maybe they're pretty but they look innocent
Or
as
maybe-
their branding,
Or maybe you have any experience about yourself, about the pretty or the intelligence in it too.
Yeah, I have some experience actually, but not related to intelligent thing, but how people treat me if I being pretty or if I being like less attractive.
I see. I
Like-
get it.
Those time in Idul Fitri,
Mm-mm.
like family gathering. So this person just just mocking, kind of like mocking me. Like they just comparing my waist size with them, and they just shot it like, look, my waist was smaller than her, and like they literally saying it in front of everyone. So I think why just they say that? I mean, like they don't have to say that in front of everyone, like for making themselves better or something like that.
Especially because they are your family, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are already your family member. I think saying that kind of word, basically, I know you look blah 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 blah. You need to be better than this, something like that, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so
And
disgusting.
Suddenly, I remember about my story in what I said in academic school when I was young. I have a senior that really pretty, and I agree that she is so much pretty. And then there was a pansy at that time, and then she doing singing, right?
Okay.
Yeah, she singing and she got wrong lyric. Yeah. And that's really clear that she's read the wrong lyric, and everybody only smiles. And at the same time, there is another person who join with that pansy and they get wrong lyric too, but everybody say whoo gitu. Jadi ada perbedaan ketika yang melakukan kesalahan orang cantik malah akan tersenyum kayak wah lucu ya, orang cantik bisa salah gitu.
It's like discrimination.
Yeah,
some
that's
stuff
right.
like that.
Yeah, that's
Have you ever
right.
experienced something like that?
Maybe not really, but I've seen my friends. Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
everyone ini tuh kayak yang kan cantik tuh tergantung selera
Yeah,
orang
yeah,
ya,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
relative. Cuman kan ada orang yang cantik yang semua orang tuh cantik
Yeah,
dia tuh
yeah,
gitu loh.
mengakui
Maksudnya
lah,
ya
admit
yang
it.
An absolute
yeah,
beautiful.
it's a common sense that everyone thinks she's pretty gitu. Cuman actually if we I was so close to her. I mean like we're close friends. Like
Okay.
I was her close friend, and then looking at her attitude, because for me personally, I can see another people attractive is not by their looks, but how they think, how they have the mindset, how they
Speak your
act, like
opinion.
attitude-nya kayak gitu. It's not only by their looks. So when this friends used to be my friends, she's everyone's agree that she's pretty, but only some people knows that she's not really pretty. You know what I mean? Like the inside. That's
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
That's
Her
yeah. This,
attitude and something.
yeah, this is also one of the reasons why I want to talk about how to be pretty inside out. Because if you're only pretty as it looks, but not pretty as it what's inside, it's kind of terrible actually.
Yeah. Actually, it's not for everyone. I mean,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
all of the pretty
Yeah.
pretty people not act like they have a pretty inside.
Yeah.
But sometimes just a very little people, like a
Yeah.
very small amount of people in this world, when they're not that pretty,
Yeah.
sometimes they act like everyone's gonna forgive me no matter what I did.
Yeah, that's
kind
right.
of seenaknya.
Kayak
Ya, semau
nggak
dia
semua
gitu.
orang kayak
Iya.
sebersit aja.
Yeah.
Terkadang ya, terkadang.
Because she knows that whatever she did it wrong, orang nggak akan, nggak akan,
karena
you know.
yang paling orang lain notice akan how that she looks.
Yeah.
Itu akan sebagian besar orang akan notice-nya ke arah bagaimana
Or
dia.
Or maybe
terlihat gitu
Iqbal, or maybe the beauty, I mean the what is it, outside beauty can make us easily what is it, get no focus. I mean kayak kehilangan fokus kayak gitu. Jadi orang tuh nggak fokus sama kesalahannya, fokusnya sama kecantikannya
Kecantikannya,
gitu.
Me
How she looks.
as a man, I'm not gonna lie. Siapa sih yang nggak suka lihat orang cantik?
Yeah.
You know what I mean, like, or I'm not gonna lie about it. I mean like I love seeing someone's pretty. Seenggaknya aku suka melihat seseorang itu rapi.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So basically, we're not gonna lie about it, because when we the first time met with someone, the first thing that we saw from them is how they look.
Yeah.
Kalau pertama kali kita ketemu kan kita nggak mungkin langsung tahu isi
Yeah,
hatinya
yeah,
kan,
yeah, yeah.
bener kan? Jadi first impression always about the look. That's why sometimes our first impression about someone is how they look, and that kind of thing gonna stuck in my head. Jadi karena first impression seseorang itu biasanya tentang penampilannya, jadi biasanya penampilan itu akan menjadi sesuatu hal yang paling memorable, karena itu merupakan first impression dari seseorang.
Oke.
Gitu.
Tapi Iqbal mengakui nggak? Pernah nggak? Do you have ever thinks that any beautiful person can makes you what is it, get distraction about your focus? Jadi
of course,
ya
I feel
pernah.
that every single time.
Yeah. That's why
I feel that
the
every single
beauty, I mean, the standard beauty makes every women try to get or to achieve the standard beauty
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
of
Yeah.
of others person,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Not only for women actually, like
For
men also.
men too. Huh?
I ever experienced something like that back then when I'm in vocational high school. I did internship for 2 months
Yeah.
in some company, and then that kind of company is accepting a lot of internship from around of Indonesia. So it's not from only Jawa but also from Sumatra, Papua, and every single place. So back then I met someone from Padang.
Okay.
He body proposal is so tall, like. Mungkin waktu itu tinggiku kayak cuman 161, dia kayak udah hampir 180.
Like a basketball player.
Dan somehow every single one, karena waktu itu kan dibagi per divisi, dan kebetulan apesnya aku sedivisi sama dia.
Oke, jadi kamu kentara pendek banget ya kalau sebelahan.
Apesnya aku sedivisi sama dia. Back then, I start my internship more earlier than him.
Yeah.
So when I already did like about a month, he just came to the company. He just came to the company. Like even from the internship, we have like a seniority. So
Okay.
when I become senior, when I already did a month, I need to teach my junior
Yeah.
about how the company work, about how they need to do something like that. And then back then, I still remember the word. I go to another division, and then there's a one girl, have the same age like me. She's also a senior like me. She's asking about this handsome guy.
Yeah.
Kayak nanyain tentang personalitinya kak.
Okay.
Dia tinggal waktu di situ dia nggak kos deket kamu nggak, and
Okay.
all of the things blah blah blah
Okay,
blah blah
okay.
blah blah.
And then?
And then the one word that I always remember is actually, Bal, you are a smart guy, but unfortunately you not look like him. It will be better if you look like him. You'll be the perfect combo. I
Oh
still
my
remember
God.
that kind of word.
That's too honest. Ya, terlalu
like-
jujur yang menyakitkan.
Kayak di depan muka banget men ngomongnya men, kayak wow terima kasih gitu. Seenggaknya aku diakui sebagai seseorang yang mungkin cukup pintar gitu. I always take a positive side even though it still hurt when I heard that.
And you focus in the what is it? I'm as a brilliant person, or it's just hurting my heart.
Karena even though every single time they're always comparing with someone, kayak kelebihan yang satu itu selalu dibanding-bandingkan dengan kelebihan yang lain. Padahal kan itu nggak apple to apple.
Ya,
kan.
oke,
Ya, seperti
oke.
itu sih.
Mungkin kalau kayak gitu kamu perlu jawab lagi. Kamu juga nggak secantik yang cewek yang
I'm not
lainnya
that
gitu.
rude. I'm still thinking about her feelings.
Oke. Oke, ternyata ada juga ya pengalaman yang
Iya.
Iqbal sendiri langsung rasakan dibanding-bandingin sama orang lain. Kalau Nanda sama Hisma pernah nggak?
Dibanding-bandingin sama orang lain.
Ya, sama yang lebih cantik atau
Or
mungkin lebih,
both of you have siblings?
iya.
Yeah, I have.
Have you
Yeah.
ever compared with your own siblings? Like maybe your sibling smarter than you, your sibling prettier than you, something like that.
Actually, I'm smarter.
Oke.
Good for you. Then I need to
How-
ask your sibling
How about the pretty one? Who is the most pretty between you and your sibling?
My sibling or boy.
Okay.
Okay. How about you, Ananda?
So you
I
don't
don't
have
have any
rival.
siblings.
So you're an only child.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can feel you.
Yeah. So basically I've never been kayak dibandingin gitu. Alhamdulillah nggak pernah sih. Cuman kalau sama keluarga gitu nggak pernah sih, because maybe I am an only daughter, so my parents used to brag me everywhere.
Okay,
Ya,
okay.
my daughter's so smart, yang gitu-gitu.
Okay,
Ya,
okay.
so kalau dibandingin, aku sendiri nggak pernah ya. Cuman kalau misalnya di luar,
Okay.
with someone's prettier, kayaknya ya deh. Kayak ya kerasa aja gitu.
But
But it
at
might be
least-
different with Valia. Cause
Yeah.
have you ever know Valia have a twin sister?
Yeah. So I want to say to you that how lucky you are. At least you in your home you don't have to be compared with your sibling, because I have twins and my twins more smarter than me, but I'm more beautiful than he. Than she, I mean.
That's right.
Yeah, I always
she must
compare with
have a lot of experience about comparing with her
Yeah,
sibling.
yeah. Every day, every single pace of life, I always being compared with my twins. Ya, kayak gitu. Untungnya nggak ada yang satu paket komplit ya.
Ada plus minusnya sendiri.
Ada plus minusnya sendiri-sendiri. Dia cantik doang, aku mendingan cakep doang gitu. Mau ngomong cantik doang, wah kayak overpay deh cantiknya ya.
Okay. But let's back to the basic question. What is the relationship between maybe your intelligence with your beauty? Is it really berhubungan satu sama lain? Are they connect to each other? Maybe.
In my opinion, they are obviously connected to each other, but looking back, that basically everyone has their own plus and minus. So it's not that if you're pretty, then people can tell that, oh, you can do anything you want because you're pretty, or you can do anything you want because you're so smart as hell. It's not like that. So it's related. It's how what I mean in the topic that how to be pretty inside out is basically how you balance it inside. So if you're pretty, then it's okay. If you're intelligence, you have a very good intelligence, that is okay too, but it's gonna be greater that you have both inside, you know.
But Nanda, believe it or not, the beautiful person can do anything.
Yeah.
Even she's not really smarter, even
Yeah.
she's not really what I said, not really. I mean, in Indonesia, tell me. Mungkin dia nggak terlalu pintar, udah
Agak
cenderung ke tapi believe it or not, they can do anything with their beauty.
Beauty,
They
that's
will
cool.
always
Yeah.
they will always what is it memanfaatkan kecantikannya untuk bisa melakukan semuanya, ya. Pada
Yes,
akhirnya they will get the high score too, they will get so much network too, ya, seperti kayak mengalahkan kerja keras kayak gitu. Dan itu beneran terjadi pun ada kayak gitu.
Iya sih, karena kayak people still it's still common sense among of people kalau misalnya beauty privilege is really there.
Yeah.
It's really there everywhere.
Or
Yeah.
maybe a person can easily tricked by the beauty of
Yeah.
person, yeah, right? And then for what is it, ugly person, people more what is it, tega in bahasa Inggris. Jadi kalau ketemu sama orang yang menurut dia nggak cantik, dia lebih tega untuk menyatakan kamu nggak bisa. Tapi kalau ketemu sama orang yang cantik, nggak akan tega ngomong kamu nggak boleh, kamu nggak bisa. Biasanya kayak gitu, karena ngelihat kecantikannya, aduh sama orang cantik mau ngomong enggak kayak nggak enak gitu kan. Apalagi orang Indonesia rata-rata sih seperti itu. Tapi ini yang Vali temui ya, bukan stereotip.
Terjadi segelintir.
Segelintir. Oke, betul.
But nowadays, have you ever realized that nowadays a job requirement always means like berpenampilan menarik,
Yeah.
betul.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Something like that. Apa pendapat kalian tentang itu menjadi salah satu kriteria untuk masuk kerja gitu?
But I think as long as kayak berpenampilan menariknya kayak berpakaian rapi or something like that, not based
Bersih,
on
ya kan?
not based on the face,
Mhm.
it's okay. But many of them just terlalu mencarinya tuh ke wajah gitu
Iya,
loh,
iya,
bukan
bener
ke
kan,
yang
bener-bener.
berpenampilan bener-bener rapi atau kayak
Maybe when they say about don't minus eyes, itu
Okay,
mungkin
okay.
lebih terukur
Maybe
gitu
more
ya.
specific about
Ya,
the
more
job
specific.
requirement.
Ya, jadi lebih nggak kayak rasis body shaming gitu.
yeah.
Tapi kalau nggak terukur itu tuh jadinya jatuhnya kayak body shaming gitu
Yes.
kan.
Mungkin I'm gonna be accepting that kind of requirement depend on the job.
Ya.
Yeah.
Maybe if the job is about front office, it's gonna be
Yeah.
better if someone
Yeah.
look good.
Yeah.
Maybe if the job is a model, it
Yeah.
will be great if someone look good.
Or
I'm gonna accepting that kind of requirement.
Yeah, or maybe salesing,
Yeah,
right?
something
Sales,
like that.
marketing, they need beauty and what is it? Berpenampilan menarik. Emang itu memang karena nilai jualannya di situ. Gitu.
But can you imagine like someone with a good looking requirement, they work as an engineer,
Yeah.
they work as a technician, something like that. It's gonna be like, why you put someone who need to be good looking when after all they're gonna work in the back of an office.
Iya.
Kayak nggak membutuhkan penampilan sebagai penunjang mereka, sebagai potensi mereka.
But-
Sebenarnya kayak misalnya kita tukang coding lah, ataupun accountant, something
Okay.
like that, kan itu nggak requirement someone need to be look good.
Okay,
kan.
official staff. You means ya.
Gitu kan.
Okay, you know Iqbal, I know one private television in Indonesia that always looking for good looking staff.
Yeah.
Even it's only for in the back of computer. Even it's only for official staff. They really selected with facing, with beauty, and then how they dressing well, and how they put their makeup, how they put their perfume. Yeah, I know one private television that always doing this up to now, but I can't spill the name of television.
But that's happened lately. I mean like I know all of the people like to look someone mungkin siapa sih yang nggak suka lihat orang baik, tapi nggak semuanya harus berkaitan dengan like how they look like.
Yeah.
Terkadang nggak semuanya harus berkaitan dengan penampilan seseorang.
That's right.
Yeah.
Benar. Oke. Ini jadi ingat sama salah satu drama Korea. There is one Korean drama that what is it? Storying about one person who really pretty, but also they smarter in speaking.
Okay.
In
they have a good public speak.
Yeah, public speak, and then they what is it? Smart in get what is it? Kayak melobi perasaan orang-orang.
Oke.
Jadi dia itu pintar memanipulasi kalimat.
Yes.
And then there is one woman too that she is only smarter, but they not really care about their appearance.
Okay.
And then their what is it? I mean, the smarter one has what is it? Husband, and her husband cheating with the beautiful one.
Okay.
Marry my husband. The
I
title
watched
of
that. Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, you watch
not
it?
watched
Yeah, I watch it.
Jung So Min and what is it?
Jiwon, Kang Jiwon.
Kang Jiwon, ya.
think
You
I
need
need
to
to
watch
watch
it. Ya, di situ juga kan berbicara soal kecantikan sama over kepercayaan dirinya
Yeah.
si pemeran utama Jung So Min-nya
Yeah.
itu kan. Ya, gimana kalau Hisma ngeliatnya gimana?
Lihatnya sih kayak gimana ya? Jung So Min tuh seharusnya emang cantik ya, but she need to learn like manners
Ya.
Oke.
and instead of kayak daripada manipulasi orang lain, mending kayak you have to improve your skill, cause she was in kayak dia masih magang kan, jadi dia tuh selalu kayak comparing
Yeah.
herself with Jiwon, her best
Yeah.
friend. I think
She act like a parasite, I think.
Yeah.
So she wants to make sure makes anyone thinks that she is really wise to his friends.
Yeah.
I mean to her friends, and then aslinya dia tuh nggak terlalu baik gitu. Jadi dia tuh cuma pengen menonjol di sebelah temennya gitu. Jadi kayak memanfaatkan kepolosan yang orang yang pinter ini gini, temennya
oke.
pinter. Kayak harus nonton si Iqbal ya.
Iya. Nanti aku masukin wishlist dulu ya.
Oke. Atau mungkin kita kasih lagu pembuka dulu biar Iqbal bisa lihat cuplikannya dulu ya.
Buat Pesona Inspira ditunggu ya untuk bergabung bareng kita, bisa di nomor WhatsApp Radio Pesona di 0823 2383 9996, and we'll be right back after this commercial break.
To be able to voice aspiration, we must be able to speak. So here is it. I can speak. Yuhu, coming back with Valia, Iqbal, Nanda, and of course Hisma in I Can Speak program. And today we're talking about how to be pretty inside out in this program. And for Pesona Inspira who maybe a bit forget about what is I Can Speak? I Can Speak is a collaboration program between Unsik and Radio Pesona, which is as a space for young people to voicing any opinion. It can be It can be experience, or maybe it can be about music or another. And of course, this is a space for you to practicing your skill.
Yes.
Your practice. Your speaking practice.
Your English skill.
Your English skill. Oke.
We can say like that.
Ya itu juga akhirnya jadi Valia jadi tahu ya kalau Valia banyak salahnya. Jadi untuk Pesona Inspira yang mungkin butuh latihan juga kayak Valia, boleh langsung bergabung di 0823 2383 9996.
Yes, before the commercial break, we already talking about one of the K-drama who's comparing about the pretty woman who manipulative
Ya.
and smart woman who not really pretty.
Ya.
But actually Indonesia have that kind of similar drama.
What is the name?
You guys remember Imperfect?
Yeah.
Imperfect.
Yeah.
I
Jessica
don't watch
Mila.
it.
Yeah,
Jessica Mila.
Who's first she appeared on this show with a fat body.
Oh
and
yeah,
then-
yeah. I only watch the trailer. I not watch a full movie.
Yeah, and then she become body goals.
Yeah.
Super slim.
Yeah.
And then it shows that how different people treat her. Like when she's ugly, people treat her like she acts like she's nothing. She's not
Yeah.
even there. It's like she's invisible.
She's got a nice nice treatment for another
Yeah.
person when she has already lose her weight,
Yeah.
weight, right?
Yeah.
So the question is why we only have the kind treatment, the nice treatment when we lose weight? Kenapa kita cuma bisa mendapatkan perbuatan-perbuatan baik atau maksudnya kayak tanggapan-tanggapan baik setelah kita menurunkan berat badan? Kenapa harus takarannya tuh sama berat badan
Nggak tahu
gitu
ya.
ya?
Kalau aku kan memperlakukan semua orang dengan baik.
Masa
ya.
sih?
Kasusnya mah kagak juga ya. But maybe it's because like a beauty standard in even beauty standard have a differences in every single region. Even though mungkin perspektif dari kecantikan menurut orang-orang aja beda. Mungkin untuk negara A cantik itu kalau yang begini, untuk Indonesia mungkin sekarang ya yang rambut panjang, langsing, kulit putih dan berbagai macamnya. But today social media take a lot of mengambil banyak peran dalam menentukan beauty standard. Apalagi sekarang banyak influence dari negara luar juga yang masuk ke Indonesia. Nah, menurut kalian nih, how can social media influence the beauty standard? I mean, in Indonesia especially, maybe?
I think in Indonesia we always following like Korean beauty standard that having white skin, slim body, and something
Not
like
only
that.
white, they look pale actually.
Yeah.
Pucet ya.
And maybe some people try to get the standard with maybe with really dangerous way. Like if they want to get skinnier, they do some extreme diet. Like in a whole day, they just drink some water or just eat some apple as the idol does. And if they want to make their skin like white, most pale, they just use like dangerous cream, like they can irritate themselves. I think it's very sad because they can't even accept how they are. So I think the standards must be changed as following how ourselves are.
But because she following another people's standard, she not using her own standard, and actually their environment make her to do that. Karena sebenarnya ya lingkungannya dia yang membuat dia jadi begitu, karena mungkin lingkungannya nggak bisa accept dia bagaimana dia bentuknya, bagaimana dia warna kulitnya, itu membuat dia menjadi ya mau nggak mau harus berusaha untuk ngikutin standar orang lain gitu sebenarnya.
And to you what is it confess that what is it confidence of technology or development of technology make us more easy to have more information about anything, and every single minute we can scroll I think not only video that I want, not only what I want, what I need, but also video-video yang nggak kita butuhkan aja bisa berseliweran gitu di HP kita. Pada akhirnya kita melihat apa yang sebetulnya selama ini mungkin tidak jadi pemikiran kita ya. Contohnya salah satunya adalah kecantikan itu. Mungkin selama ini kita nggak searching, tapi karena mungkin teman kita searching tentang standar beauty kecantikan orang lain dan kita follow-followan sama teman kita, akhirnya nongol lah di beranda kita. Satu kali kita nonton akhirnya nongol terus, dan itu tuh kemudahan teknologi itu akhirnya make us think that standard beauty standard in every country can apply in ourselves, and it can make us more influence that we have to be their standard. We get distracted with our standard too. Artinya kita akhirnya nggak punya prinsip sendiri tentang standar kecantikan masing-masing kayak gitu ya nggak sih? Setuju nggak? Karena gara-gara teknologi yang terlalu mudah.
Setuju sih. Setuju soalnya I think it is social media kan bisa ada karena teknologi juga gitu. Jadi algoritma social media juga menurut aku is not just apa yang kita searching sih, bener kayak berhubungan juga sama apa yang mutual kita searching itu juga jadi muncul juga sih.
Benar. Ya, karena banyak orang kayak Valia nih ya. Every day I don't really wants to searching about ideal body, about my weight. I try to not really thinking about my weight. But when I open my Instagram and I don't searching about ideal body, tapi postingan-postingan soal body ideal tuh selalu keluar di beradanya Valia. Padahal walaupun Valia tuh nggak lagi searching gitu, karena mungkin teman-teman atau follow-followannya itu ngebuka kan. Akhirnya, wah iya ya jadi inget gue gendut ya sekarang gitu kan akhirnya. Karena apa? Karena itu pengaruhnya dari apa yang kita lihat. Orang zaman dulu mungkin nggak ada kan kayak gitu. Jadi nggak terlalu yang punya standar seperti saat ini gitu.
That's one of the side effect of social media. We always look someone better than us. We always comparing ourselves with someone that we saw on screen. We always think that, oh my God, she looks so bright. What if I look just like her? what if I'm skinny just like her? Maybe if I look like her, people gonna treat me different. That kind of mindset
Yeah.
make us want to be different than how we supposed to be.
That's right. And the stupid things is there's a one account Instagram that is a virtual AI, Celebgram virtual AI.
Yeah.
It's only AI, guys, and everybody and their followers know that it's only AI, but they really really memuji-muji, really like mengikuti terus kegiatan si selebgram AI ini sampai ke kecantikannya, sampai ke bajunya di endorse, padahal itu AI. Padahal itu bukan manusia beneran. Coba sampai segitunya kecantikan bisa mempengaruhi otak kita, mempengaruhi minat kita, mempengaruhi kesadaran kita. Kayak
That
gitu.
proves that the beauty standards of human have become growth beyond our imagination.
Iya.
Like human standard is not enough to prove the perfection.
Yeah.
Jadi kayaknya kesempurnaan dalam definisi manusia itu udah nggak bisa lagi ngedefinisiin kata sempurna itu sendiri. Makanya cari something more artificial who can make it happen.
Iya.
Gitu.
Iya, benar juga.
Karena standar sempurna itu nggak bisa ditemukan di manusia, makanya nyari sosok yang bisa mewujudkan dari arti kesempurnaan itu sih menurutku.
Cuma akhirnya kalau terlalu memuja-muja kesempurnaan yang tidak pernah ada kan kayak
But
aneh nggak sih?
nowadays the technology are more forward than back days, and then like right now it's so easily to change our appearance, like from plastic surgery, like
that's right.
suntik vitamin C, suntik putih,
Yeah.
apa segala macam. Karena aksesnya itu sekarang mudah banget selama kamu punya dana ya. Selama
setuju.
kita punya dana, sekarang itu aksesnya udah mudah banget. Bahkan kalau zaman dulu mungkin harus ke luar negeri, harus ke negara A, B, C, tapi sekarang kan di Indonesia aja aksesnya udah lumayan banyak juga.
There are so many clinic that menawarkan pelayanan-pelayanan yang mungkin kayak fat injection, and then botox, and then facelift, and ya semua hal yang bisa bikin kita jadi lebih langsing, lebih cantik dan lebih putih kan. Karena ya itu, karena klinik kecantikan juga terpengaruh sama media sosial,
Ya, benar,
yang
benar,
akhirnya masyarakat media sosial jadi marketnya klinik kecantikan gitu.
Have you ever considered to change maybe something in your body?
Or maybe your nose, your lips.
Sekarang lagi viral kayak gitu-gitu ya. Inilah inilah atau gimana lah gitu.
If you have money, do you want change your body?
What part of your body you want to change?
Yeah.
I think I don't want to change my body, but I want to make my skin healthier and my body healthier than before. Like maybe kayak perawatan yang emang biasa aja, yang facial or something like that, instead
Just to
of
make
suntik putih.
healthy,
Yeah.
right?
How about Nanda?
For me personally, I agree that I don't wanna change my faces, my body totally. But if I have money, if I can earn more money, maybe I would go for things like acne treatment, because because I've been struggling with these. So yeah, that's the reason why I always kayak membayangkan gitu loh. Someday I can get the great job with great salary, then I can maintenance apa yang ada aja sih, not to change.
If I have money, I will minimizing my pore. Because my pore in my face is too big and it can distract any focus. Aku pernah dimarahin sama teman gara-gara komedo. Jadi aku kan ya biasa cuci muka gitu ya. Terus tapi karena komedonya tuh tebal-tebal, maksudnya kelihatan lah ya kalau komedo lagi tebal-tebal. Bisa nggak sih lu perawatan sana itu ganggu banget nggak? Harusnya gue ngomong lihat mata lu, gue jadi ngeliatnya hidung lu gitu. Jadi diomelin gitu bang. Emang sometimes I recognize that our face it can be our kayak kunci keberhasilan komunikasi kita. Jadi kalau kita bikin orang lain gak fokus sama wajah kita, otomatis komunikasi kita akan ini juga kayak kepengaruh gitu.
Okay. Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, interesting, but it's embarrassing too, because she loud to when she speak to me is louder, and then there are so many person in that room, and I just I just can't smiling at her. Ya, bayangin kamu diomongin kayak gitu, ada bos kamu, ada teman-teman kamu dalam satu ruangan dan itu kenceng.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's a
Gimana?
bit embarrassing.
Embarrassing.
It's more like humiliating.
Ya. Tapi yang dia katakan itu fakta. Fakta beneran. Tapi memang ketika
Dan maksudnya
mengakui-
nggak suruh merubah bentuk,
Enggak.
hanya suruh kayak misalnya nge-treat supaya kelihatan lebih sehat, lebih bersih gitu
yeah,
kan.
that's right. Yeah,
ah.
sometimes we will found a person like my friends that always honest but too honest. So we just like cat any attack kayak dapat serangan dadakan nggak ngasih. Jadi ya bikin kita cukup shock, tapi ya mau nggak mau ya itu teman yang terbaik sebenarnya gitu ya, ngomongnya di depannya.
Ya,
nggak di
betul.
belakang. Kalau di belakang malah kan malah lebih nyakitin.
Maybe because I'm a man and among of my friends they don't really use like skincare and all of the things, but I use skincare. My skincare is air wudhu. Itu kayak jawaban template banget ya sih.
Yeah.
Do you believe with Iqbal?
No.
I don't believe it.
like back then when I'm in junior school, I'm more thin than this.
Yeah.
Like I'm super thin. Maybe I'm more like Mastito.
Yeah. But Pesona Inspira doesn't know
yeah.
about Mastito. Maybe
If Pesona
Exotis.
Maybe if Pesona Inspira ever saw Mastito, my skin looked like him back then in junior school.
Okay.
When I'm in a high school, I don't even use a body lotion
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
At all. I only use a face wash.
Okay.
Back then, so I still tan.
Yeah.
So when I go to university, maybe because in the university there's a lot of people from
You doing
lot of
make-up?
region. Kan ngerti kan kayak ada yang dari Padang lah, ada yang dari mana ya.
Yeah.
Even di Unsik pun ada beberapa orang yang memang asalnya dari berbagai daerah.
Yeah.
And then I do realize that maybe if I insecure about how do I look like, maybe I need to make it better.
Yeah.
So I
So
start to use maybe just a little bit
body
product.
body care.
just as a very little bit.
Can you spill maybe your shampoo, your soap?
It's gonna be a long story.
Okay.
It's gonna be a long story. And then back then, when I meet all of my friends, they don't use any skincare product. They just maybe use face wash. Maybe sometimes they didn't use it. Sometimes they just only use hand body for the whole face and all the things. I never kayak aku nggak pernah negur mereka kayak gitu. Kayak pakein skincare lah, ngapain kayak burik atau apa, aku nggak pernah. Karena menurutku like different person have a different concern. Maybe I love to look good. Aku
Yeah.
suka bahwa aku terlihat bersih.
Yeah.
Ada orang yang suka terlihat kekar, makanya mereka investnya di gym,
Gym, benar.
olahraga,
Betul.
exercises. I invest on my skincare.
Oke.
Something like that. Jadi menurutku setiap orang itu punya concernnya tersendiri. Jadi kayaknya aku nggak pernah dapet temen yang kayak temennya Valia yang ngejudge kayak apa sih bla bla bla. Karena aku mungkin tidak pernah di-treat seperti itu. Kayak aku nggak pernah ngomongin
Mereka juga gitu ya.
lu pakai skincare kayak cuci muka bagaimana enggak. Jadi aku nggak pernah.
Okay. But when I listen to your story, I remember one story about me that I'm same with Iqbal. When I was young, I'm really tan.
Ya.
I can say that I'm black, not tan again.
Kayak-
Really
Tahu
black.
kan kayak yang hitam kalau di scratch ada garis
Ya,
putih gitu
busik.
kan. Ya, busik.
Musik, ya. Aku kayak gitu waktu kecil. Dan bahkan I can say that I looks like a Negro because I've really played. And every day when I was in senior high school up to junior high school. I mean junior high school up to senior high school. I always going to my school with bicycle.
I see.
And my hometown is hot hometown. It can they have 5 sun, really
like the other
hot.
planet.
Yeah, and when I'm going to university, I meet so much person from another country, right? And I'm recognized that I'm too black to mix to blend with another friends. I'm feeling embarrassing. I feel
Insecure.
shy, insecure, and then I always buy shop that contains of milk. So every day and 1 month first month I always take a bath with milk bath.
Wow.
In order to make my skin color more brighter than before. Yeah.
But it works.
It works.
But it works.
It works, and paling nggak bertahap ya, walaupun nggak langsung yang putih banget, itu benar-benar bekerja sih, nggak yang kita tuh jadi yang buluk banget, rasanya kayak orang udik yang baru pertama ke kota, hitam banget, kusem gitu kan. Itu akhirnya itu tuh awal-awal Valia pindah gitu ya, awal-awal Valia kuliah di kota besar ya kayak gitu. Akhirnya setiap beli sabun itu harus ada kandungan susunya.
Oke.
Itu concernnya Valia pertama waktu itu.
But how about you guys? Maybe have you ever experienced like glow up journey? Maybe your fashion style got different since you go to college or since you go to high school, something like that.
For me personally, I've experienced of course yang kayak glow up journey. Because back then when I was in middle school, aku ikut pramuka kan. Pramuka kan ya Allah.
Dijemur, kan?
Pramuka kan it's like kayak sering aku tuh pramukanya yang ikut kayak jadi dewannya gitu loh Kak. Nah, itu kan yang udah gitu aku yang bagian standby terus itu yang di lapangan. Iya, kan temenku ada yang kalau misalnya kegiatan pramuka Jumat itu kan pasti ada apel siang itu. Nah, iya itu. Nah, temanku kan ada yang bagian manggilin adik-adik suruh upacara. Nah, aku tuh yang di sebelah tiang itu loh, yang di sebelah pembina. Iya, harus
selalu jaga berdiri di situ.
Standby, iya.
Semi ajudan.
Iya. Soalnya waktu itu tuh posisinya kita tuh jadi dewan bersekitar 20 orang. Nah, dari 20 cowoknya tuh 3 doang.
Jadi cewek-cewek harus bisa take over.
Iya. Udah 3 waktu itu, yang satu nggak masuk apa gimana gitu. Padahal yang satu ini dia yang biasanya di sebelah pembina aku itu loh, yang soalnya dia yang niup peluit, dia yang suaranya keras dan lain-lain gitulah. Terus teman-temanku nanda aja yang kenceng suaranya. Ya aku nggak masalah suaraku kenceng, masalahnya panas.
Masalahnya itu panas matahari.
Iya mana?
Juga, ya?
Iya kan waktu aku SMP I didn't know skincare stuff ya. Belum recognize gitu loh. Misal pun udah tahu, kayak cuma baru tahu orang tuh pakai skincare, orang tuh pakai ini, tapi belum ada willingness beli gitu loh. Moisturizer aja kayak masih lebih ke kalau ibu aku beli aja sih. Iya, gitu barengan gitu. Soalnya kayak belum ada awareness untuk kayak harus cantik lah biar orang tuh enak dilihat gitu. Belum ada awareness pengen dilihat, soalnya kayak ya udah just wanna do anything I want. Terus waktu SMP tuh kayak banyak yang waktu itu recognize because I have a crush on someone. I have a crush on someone and he was kayak waktu itu quite handsome lah. Soalnya dia tinggi, putih. Terus padahal bukan pemain basket sih, cuman ya tingginya segitulah. Maybe kayak 175 lebih gitu.
Wow, that's tall.
Ya kan, bagi anak SMP itu kayak seorang yang kayak iya anjir gitu.
Kayak aku mau banget nih.
Iya.
Gitu kan.
Nah, terus abis itu tuh there's only one cuma ada satu teman aku kan kayak when I was in middle school, aku tuh belum sepede ini gitu loh. Confidence skillnya tuh masih ya so-so gitu lah. Terus there's only satu temen aku yang tahu, temen sebangku aku doang yang tahu kalau aku tuh ngekerasin itu karena ya nggak pede lah kalau ngomong mah gitu loh. Maksudnya malah kayak jangan sampai tahu ya. Soalnya he was my classmate also. Ya, itu berasa banget lagi, Allah.
So you met him every single day.
Iya. Cuman kayak yang bikin tambah berasa tuh kan because he was my classmate, lebih udah gitu tuh anaknya bukan yang diem gitu, bukan yang agak petakilan lah, yang keluar masuk gitulah, keluar masuk kelas gitu. Nah, kalau misalnya jam istirahat tuh ada aja cewek yang ke kelas ngasih jajan, ngasih ini itu tahu. Terus iya, terus waktu itu tuh pernah kayak dia tuh dia kan mungkin waktu itu kayak kemampuan dia bukan di bahasa Inggris kan. Ya.
I know where it goes. I know where it goes.
Iya, terus habis itu tugas. Aku juga I didn't expect kalau dia bakal menanya aku gitu loh. Mungkin sejak itu aku jadi believe kayaknya kalau misalnya nggak cakep pun kalau aku punya keunggulan di bidang lain tuh ada chance-nya gitu
ada
loh.
chance-nya,
Paling nggak
betul.
diajak ngomong lah gitu. Soalnya di hari-hari biasanya tuh kayak nggak pernah ya, maksudnya cuman kayak teman sekelas yang sekedar tahu aja gitu loh, nggak yang ngobrol, nggak yang nyapa, yang bro gitu kan, nggak kayak gitu kan. Soalnya kalau aku bro gitu ke dia mungkin awkward banget lah. Soalnya nggak pernah ngobrol. Terus dia tiba-tiba ke mejaku, "Nda tugas warai," gitu. Ya di situ tuh teman sebangkuku karena tahu aku ngekerasin kan,
Dia tantrum.
dia kayak ici gitu, cuman
Dia
kayak
tantrum.
iya, cuman aku diem kayak aku kan gak menyangka kan. Tapi ya udah akhirnya kayak ya udah cuman sekedar ngajarin aja. Habis itu dia bilang makasih udah. Nah tapi tuh waktu itu yang kenapa ini tuh membekas di aku karena abis dia minta ajarin aku, terus adalah temen cewek aku tapi waktu itu nggak sekelas sih, cuman I know that she's also has a crush on him. Tapi nggak sekelas gitu, cuman ya seangkatan. Terus dia tuh bilang ke si my crush ini kalau kamu ngapain, maksudnya kayak ngapain ngomong sama aku gitu loh.
Wow.
Iya, kayak ngapain ngomong sama aku, maksudnya kayak ngapain sih ngobrol sama Nanda anak biasa aja nggak sih gitu.
Oh my goodness, she's so rude.
Ya terus ya itu juga teman sebangkuku denger kan, terus kayak nggak sopan lah mulutnya. Maksudnya di depan orangnya banget gitu. Kan biasanya orang kalau julid ya minimal orang ada orangnya lah ya. Gitu itu tuh bener-bener yang kayak aku ya duduk aja habis ngajarin dia kan. Aku baru mau bangun sih itu kayak di daun pintu kelas gitu bilang kayak kamu Nanda ndak anak biasa aja. Nah terus di momen itu salting dikit sih soalnya
Oh, dia
si keras
ngebelain.
si keras aku ini bilang kayak enggak lah, nggak biasa aja orang pinter gitu.
Oh my
Terus
goodness.
terus habis itu si ceweknya si temen aku itu ya kelihatan nggak suka lah, kayak mungkin karena aku waktu itu tuh dekil jujur. Ya karena pramuka itu kan panas. Terus udah gitu nggak Jumat doang, kadang Sabtu ada kumpulan, belum Minggu kalau ada lomba kepramukaan dan lain-lain. Itu kan yang harus, kalau dewan kan emang harus ngikut aja gitu loh, emang disuruh standby. Jadinya ya dekil. Udah gitu ya ada juga yang bilang kayak udah tahu dekil ikut pramuka apa nggak tambah, yang kayak gitu-gitu loh. Tapi orang-orang
so
itu
rude.
ya hilang seketika pas aku SMA sih.
Wow.
Ya omongan kayak gitu, karena mungkin orang jadi lebih aware aja kali ya, cantik nggak harus dari apa yang kelihatan gitu sih.
That's for average person like Valia. Kalau Valia tuh karena cantik enggak, pinter enggak, semuanya rata-rata ya. Itu memang harus bekerja lebih ekstra biar dapat perhatian entah keras, entah dosen, entah guru kayak gitu. Karena kalau orang yang pinter banget nih, misalnya kayak Nanda, udah jago banget kan di bahasa Inggris, ya udah nilai lebihnya dia di situ misalkan gitu kan. Ada orang yang pinter banget di matematika, akhirnya bisa diajak ngobrol soal matematika. Tapi kalau orang yang rata-rata semua itu gimana? Itu kayak Valia itu.
I can relate to that. Maybe because I'm a man, I'm not looking for attention. So when I like someone, maybe I just try to approach her, something like that. So I don't really like looking for her attention or something like that. If she didn't like me, then I'm gonna stop it, something like that maybe. How about you, Hisma? Have you ever feel like maybe glow up journey, your style about fashion got different since you go to college?
When I was in middle school, my skin was darker,
Okay.
like almost tan, almost black.
Iya.
Kayaknya kita semua pernah dekil pada
Iya,
masanya.
pada zamannya.
Dan waktu SMP kan emang lagi kulitnya kan emang pada lagi gelap-gelapnya kan.
Betul.
Sering main
Nggak
and something
kerawat,
like that.
ya.
Somehow masa-masa SMP adalah masa terdekil ya.
Yeah. And I start realize when I was in senior high school that my friends, their skin was brighter than me, and I start feel like my skin was very dark, so I try to change that. And one of my cousin also talking about that, like your skin was darker though, and the good thing is this cousin is give me some suggestion to wearing some lotion or something like that. Not very embarrassing for me. So
because they still suggest you to use some body lotion, something like that.
So yeah, those time that I feel like I have kind of glow up thing, but only for my skin.
Karena menurutku kalau yang lebih ke menyarankan untuk pakai suatu produk itu tidak sememalukan itu sih. Tapi kayak tolong ngomongnya di belakang ya.
At least don't speak louder in front of any person gitu kan. Paling nggak tuh jangan ngomong kenceng-kenceng lah ya. Tapi when I was in what is it, junior high school, I met a person. I mean, man like Iqbal who has a brighter skin.
Yeah.
But in junior high school, it's like a wow, right? Kayak ketemu orang yang agak putih dikit aja. Hal yang keren banget. Apalagi kalau kita tinggalnya di pedesaan gitu ya, di kota kecil.
SMP tuh nggak ada yang seputih ini.
Gitu kan.
Hitam pas di SMP.
Yeah, and I will always like what you wearing in your skin, what you apply in your skin. Jadi kita tuh jadi gampang mudah bertanya, gampang takjub ketika SMP melihat orang yang putih. Ternyata orang yang putih saat SMP sekarangnya belum tentu glowing. Iya, ya kan? Rata-rata kayak gitu. Malah yang lebih glowingnya tuh kita yang dark dulu, sekarang lebih glowing.
Jadi mereka glow down kan?
Yeah, glow down. I think maybe they always get any pujian, compliment. They have so many compliments, so they feel like puas hati mungkin ya. Kalau kayak kita kan kayak terus mengejar gitu ya, kayak belum puas deh, belum putih deh gitu. Akhirnya tambah glow up. Kalau yang lain mungkin glow stuck gitu ya, bukan glow down.
Ya udah segitu-gitu aja.
Gitu-gitu aja gitu. Don't sih enggak gitu ya.
But have you ever experienced? You guys have a lot of experience about your glow up journey. How about your intelligence? Have you ever go to intelligent journey? Kayak you feels like back then you're dumber than this, but now you getting better about your knowledge about something. Have you ever experienced like that?
Yeah, I feel like when I was in senior high school, I feel I'm such an introvert person. So back then when I was kayak waktu milih jurusan di SMA kan emang bukan apa yang aku mau kan, ditentuin dari nilai. So aku kayak ada kesulitan gitu buat ngikuti pelajaran, kayak kan aku masuk IPA, jadi kesulitan buat kimia, fisika, and something like that. Tambah lagi waktu corona kan emang nggak bisa mengikuti pelajaran dengan baik kan. Jadi for now in the college life, I think that I have bisa improve my skill better because I know what I want to learn, and mungkin lebih ke apa ya, waktu sekarang ini kan bisa belajar lebih banyak lagi waktunya daripada di SMA. Waktu itu kan masih pulang sampai sore, sedangkan masih harus ngerjain.
I do remember. In high school, it feels like we don't have a time for socialize.
Yeah, and we don't have to do our hobby, right?
Yeah.
So in college, I feel like I have so many time to improve my skill, my knowledge about what I want to learn.
So that's what is it? Intelligent journey.
Intelligent journey, yeah. How about Nanda? Do you smart even since your elementary school maybe or born?
Maybe waktu SD sih. Waktu SD adalah masa kejayaan otak aku.
Oke.
Masa puncaknya gitu.
Iya, dulu SD dari kelas 1 sampai kelas 3 tuh gimana ya? Ya bisa dibilang aku straight ranking 1 terus sih. Ya, waktu SD makanya. Iya, terus yang waktu aku cerita yang dibully itu di sini kelas 4, itu jadi turun lah drastis banget, itu nggak dapat sama sekali. Terus waktu jadinya ngefek pas mau daftar SMP sih. Pokoknya menurut aku dari peralihan SD ke SMP itu saya agak jelek ya, soalnya keganggu itu tadi yang bullying itu. Tapi waktu dari SMP ke SMA itu kan nggak bisa waktu itu kayaknya udah zonasi ya. Ya, terus karena udah zonasi, aku kan cita-citanya dari aku tuh ngincer, emang udah dari SMP udah ngincer SMA yang ada kelas bahasanya gitu. Dan terus SMA negeri tuh yang ada kan Semansa kan nggak ada.
Wah, kamu Semada kan?
Iya. Semada. Terus kalau nggak Semada mungkin kalau yang swasta MUHI kan ada kan. Cuma kan kalau bisa diusahain negeri kan pasti pengennya negeri gitu. Kalau dulu waktu dari SMP ke SMA. Nah itu tuh mana SMP kan angkatan COVID.
Wah, kamu SMP angkatan COVID.
Iya, 2020 itu aku kelas 9 ya. Terus habis itu kayak jadinya kan nggak ujian gitu loh. Jadi pakai nilai rapot. Nah itu sebenarnya agak ketar-ketir karena kayak kalau nggak masuk gitu, karena juga dikarenakan udah ada zonasi, jadinya aku kalau misalnya waktu daftar di sistem itu, di sistem PPDB-nya sebenarnya most likely belongs to Semansa, karena kalau dari segi jarak kayak gitu, kayak dari rumah aku ke Semansa tuh mungkin 2,8 kilo something ya, kayak nggak sampai 3 kilo, tapi kalau ke Semada 5 lebih loh. Jadi kan iya, jadi kalau misalnya mengharapkan dari sisi zonasi pasti kalah sih sama yang 0,0, itu. Sama yang rumahnya sebelah Semada, Klerang dan lain-lain lah, pasti kan kalah. Jadi kayak waktu itu alhamdulillahnya nilainya mencukupi. Terus juga aku ada beberapa sertifikat yang mendukung, kan biasanya kalau pakai sertifikat lebih terjamin gitulah ya.
Ada poin plusnya gitu.
Iya, tapi yang bikin ketar-ketir tuh tetap ternyata di jalur prestasi pun ada, maksudnya tetap terselip jaraknya itu loh. Maksudnya itu tetap poin plus gitu loh. Mana kuotanya dikit kan, nggak kayak yang zonasi gitu, persentasenya lebih dikit. Terus kayak, tapi waktu itu dapet sih, nggak di urutan yang bawah-bawah banget. Terus angkatan aku juga, kalau Mbak Isma kan belum milih, masih berdasarkan nilainya kan. Kalau aku emang dari masuk udah milih sih.
Oh, so you choose
bahasa. Iya.
Maybe it's also in my vocational high school. Back then from my junior school, I never thought to go to the high school. Jadi aku milih kayaknya sekolah menengah kejuruan aja deh. So, because I love something about computing. So back then in my hometown, there's a 2 favorite major: network and computer engineering and software engineering. Back then, my first choice is a software engineering because I don't really like perintilan komputer. I don't really care about the networking. That become my second choice. Ya, jadi udahlah pede aja. And then it turns out, oh my god, it's scary actually. And then it turns out that I finally accepted in the network and computer engineering. I can accept that in the software engineering. So back then, I'm become the most stupid people in the classroom. Yeah, so I become the most stupid people in the classroom. I feels like my score didn't go up. I feel my score didn't go up. I feels like I left behind. All of my friends already can do a network. They can do a coding and something like that. I feel so stupid. I can imagine if I going there again. I can imagine like maybe kayaknya aku udah malu ya. Aku udah keluar dari sekolah karena aku merasa bahwa aku jadi orang yang terbodoh di kelas. Karena menurutku di semester 1 itu masih belum nerima gitu. Kayaknya harusnya ke software engineering aja deh, nggak ke network engineering. And then in the second semester, I do realize I can't be like this anymore. I need to learn more about my major right now. Jadi kayaknya I'm become ranking 3.
Oke. Kalau Valia kebalikannya. Kalau di sekolah Valia ngerasa pinter, tapi giliran di rumah Valia ngerasa paling bodoh. Because when I was in senior high school or junior high school, my family always, my parents always too strict with our score and too strict with how to solve the problem. So my parents has three child, right? Me, my twins, and my brother. And then from 3 of child, only me that enter IPS. So my parents think that I'm the worst one they have. But when I enter my school, I become the smarter one in my class. Jadi kadang aku ngerasa pinter ketika aku lagi di kelas, tapi kalau udah di rumah ya udah, karena selalu dibandingkannya kan sama adik dan kakak yang masuknya ke IPA ya. Mau nggak mau kan jadinya kalau di rumah ya kayak paling bodoh kayak gitu. Tapi aku cukup bahagia karena di sekolah toh aku nilainya tinggi gitu. Walaupun di rumah aku kayak orang paling bodoh gitu. Ya karena perjalanan intelligence orang beda-beda ya. Akhirnya I collect my confidence when I meet my friends, because of not all my friends are smart. And I'm the one is the smarter than my friends. I mean, not than my family. So I'm a bit confident. Aku lebih percaya diri bersama teman-temanku daripada sama saudara kembarku sendiri. Gitu.
But actually, it's okay if someone not really smart, as long as they're not brave or they're not confident with their stupidity.
Yeah.
I ever experienced there's one person. She's really pretty. I can say it. She's pretty. Everyone say she's a pretty, but somehow she's always confident about her stupidity, like
Oh
ya
my
udah nggak tahu
God.
emang kenapa gitu lah. Ngerti kan?
Oh my
Iya,
God.
kayak gitu.
Yeah,
Normalize.
that's the worst one.
There's a one time that I need to be at the same group with her. Then she's just easily saying like, aku kan nggak bisa ngapa-ngapain, ya nanti ajarin, kalau masih nggak bisa ya kalian aja yang ngerjain. Like that, the worst word.
Experience that one too.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Because she knows she's pretty. She know that. She knows she's pretty. She know that everyone's gonna accept her no matter what. That's
Yeah.
why maybe people like her need to be realized that even though you're pretty, you need to act like you need everyone else. Gitu. Kalian pernah nggak ngadepin orang-orang yang berbangga hati dengan kepintarannya tapi juga berbangga hati dengan ketidaktahuannya gitu?
Kalau
Pernah nggak?
berbangga hati dengan ketidaktahuan kayaknya sering ya.
Lagi kurang
Sering
tahu
sih.
diri ya.
Iya, jadi kayak I also maksudnya nggak menyamaratakan, balik lagi kayak semua orang punya their own plus minus kan. Pinter juga nggak bisa dicoman. Kayak misal aku kayak I'm so bad at mathematics, that doesn't mean I'm stupid, kan orang beda-beda
Iya, iya,
gitu
iya,
loh.
iya, iya.
Kayak bukan berarti misalnya dia apa namanya? Oh dia kayak dia tuh orangnya jarang ngomong deh misalnya, atau enggak yang kalau misalnya presentasi tremor. Tapi dia kalau misalnya disuruh apa mestinya yang kayak tertulis gitu, siapa tahu pinter gitu kan, orang kan beda-beda. Cuman ya kadang tuh menemukan orang yang dia tuh tahu dia tuh kurang dan nggak berusaha and be proud of it, itu males ketemu orang kayak gitu ya. Karena kayak basically menurutku pribadi, there's no one yang sama sekali nggak punya abilities, nggak punya kemampuan. It's just tergantung, tetap tergantung sama orangnya. Do you want to mengembangkan itu atau enggak gitu loh. Juga kalau misalnya kayak aku tuh nggak tahu deh aku bisanya apa, kan bisa tanya sama orang sekitar, tanya sama orang terdekat, atau mungkin ikut tes kan zaman sekarang
Iya,
banyak banget ya, kayak tes jalur apa sih namanya, tes minat bakat, yang kayak gitu-gitu, psikis dan lain-lain, itu kan banyak banget. Jadi menurut aku bisa dimanfaatkan supaya kamu tuh tahu kamu tuh abilities-nya tuh apa, terus kamu tuh nyaman nggak punya kemampuan itu. Kalau emang nyaman dengan itu kan bisa cari cara mengembangkannya. Jangan udah nggak bisa nggak usaha terus bangga gitu loh.
Aduh,
Kayak aduh kayak yang kayak gitu, emang kalau nggak bisa kenapa sih gitu loh, kan pakai nanya.
Ya nggak bisa nyoba lah, usaha
Ya
lah.
makanya
Iya,
ya it doesn't matter. Misalnya kayak if you try misalnya antar kalau misalnya dicoba juga nggak, misalnya dia tuh mematok pinter tuh misalnya harus kayak si A, terus kayak percuma lah aku latihan ngomong bahasa Inggris nggak bakal selancar si A misalnya gitu. Ya orang tuh nggak peduli kamu selancar apa, yang penting tuh kamu tuh usahanya itu loh gitu. Aku tuh soalnya kalau ngelihat orang dari effortnya juga sih, lebih mending effort tapi nggak maksimal rather not at all.
Iya, rather not at all. I agree with that. How about Hisma? Pernah experience gitu nggak?
Pernah sih, waktu itu kan kayak ada group project gitu. Terus there's one person that doesn't want to do anything, like kayak bantuin apa kayak gitu yang
Iya, kayak maksudnya kalau ya pura-pura kayak nanya atau gimana
iya kan.
ya.
Dan dia tuh benar-benar kayak yang nggak mau tahu rusenya, sampai dibilangin kayak suruh bantu apa gitu yang ringan-ringan, terus yang berat-berat tuh biar dikerjain sama yang lain gitu kan. Cuman dia tuh kayak nggak mau gitu, kayak bodo amat ngapain gitu kan. So I think it's a group project, so you have to include in this project, right?
Kontribusi.
Iya, ada
Iya.
kontribusinya lah minimal ya.
Iya kan. Terus
Beliin es teh kayak.
so yeah, I think it's very bad for them, because kayak dari tugas itu kan kalau misal nggak bisa kan kamu juga bisa improve your skill in that project, right? Walaupun cuma apa sih kayak bantu-bantu dikit, at least kamu udah usaha gitu loh.
Oke.
Mending bantu dikit daripada
Iya,
nggak
yang
sama sekali.
ya.
At least bilang aku bisanya apa dan nggak bisanya apa, nanti biar
Ya.
sama teman-teman yang lain
Kan
disesuaiin.
pasti ya,
sama
kan pasti
kan
saling
job
melengkapi.
desk-nya.
Itu gunanya tugas kelompok tuh biar bisa ini kan.
Toh
Terus
in the end of the story tugasnya nggak berdampak ke satu orang doang, ini kan
ya,
dampaknya ke kelompok.
nilainya
Ya.
barengan masalahnya gitu.
Makanya deh ya, buat pesona inspira yang masih tipe-tipe nyontek, tobat lah. Oke, kita bakalan balik sesaat lagi buat Pesona Inspira yang masih mau gabung bareng kita. Bisa gabung di 0823 2383 9996. We'll be right back after this.
To be able to voice aspiration, we must be able to speak. So here is it. I can speak.
Welcome back to I Can Speak 92.1 FM Pesona Radio, your best information station. Nah, masih bareng Iqbal dan juga ada dua special announcer kita, ada Hisma dan juga Nanda. Dimana kita tadi tuh ngobrolin how to be pretty inside out.
Yeah.
Nah, pertanyaan paling utama, is it possible to someone have both of the intelligent and the pretty faces?
It is possible
Is it
sih.
possible? Kalau aku juga possible, contohnya aku. Kalau menurut kalian role model kalian nih yang kayak cantik luar dalam itu siapa nih?
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Karena udah terkenal, mana cantik juga,
Iya.
duitnya banyak lagi. Kalau menurut Hisma siapa nih?
Menurutku sih Maudy Ayunda ya,
Oh,
karena emang udah terkenal banget kan, kayak pinter, terus their attitude also very good, have a good manner. So kayak dari dia ngomong aja bisa dicontoh gitu kan. So bener-bener inspirasi yang bisa ditiru.
Apalagi dia di Stanford kan.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Semoga aja ya, amin.
Ya, amin.
Nah, karena waktu kita juga udah mau habis nih, bisa kalian kasih kata-kata terakhir mungkin buat orang-orang sana yang masih ngutamain penampilan aja atau masih ngutamain sama yang namanya aku mau belajar aja nggak ngutamain penampilan gitu. Mungkin siapa dulu nih?
Aku deh.
Oke.
Kalau balik lagi kayak beauty and intelligence is two different things that can complete one another. So you guys have to have to remember that it's not just how you guys look alike, but it's also what you guys have inside of yourself gitu loh. Jadi kayak nggak semua orang, balik lagi cantik dan pintar itu relatif ya, karena ada berbagai macam standar kecantikan dan juga standar intelligence di luar sana. And it's also kalian don't be so hard on yourself aja sih, karena kayak nggak usah terlalu memaksakan gimana standar orang di luar sana, karena semakin kalian berusaha memenuhi itu akan semakin susah kalau memang itu nggak sesuai sama kemampuan kalian. So for me, it's okay to have a knowledge that mereka tuh mikir orang yang cantik tuh yang kayak gini, orang yang cerdas tuh kayak gini. It's okay that you guys have that kind of knowledge, but it's not your obligation, bukan kewajiban kalian untuk memenuhi itu sih.
Okay, how about Hisma right now?
For me is having a beauty, physical appearance and intelligence is both the important things. But the thing is, you have to remember, don't push yourself too hard to reach some standard that our society stand for, and don't forget to don't bring other people down, because that just make yourself worse people ever.
Oke. Kalau dari aku mungkin mau kalian cantik atau enggak, mau kalian pintar atau enggak, pastiin kalian memperlakukan orang lain dengan cara yang baik gitu kan. Karena terkadang secantik apapun kalian, mau sepintar apapun kalian, kalau the way you treat other people is like hell, it's not gonna be end good.
Yeah.
So you better treat someone as you want to be treated. Kayak
Apalagi untuk kita yang orang Jawa kan, we're so tata krama, unggah-ungguh, ya kan. Jadi kayak attitude is still everything.
Kalau kamu pengen diperlakukan dengan baik, ya berusahalah untuk memperlakukan orang baik secara baik pula.
Yeah, exactly.
Oke, terima kasih buat Pesona Inspira yang sudah bergabung bareng kita selama 2 jam ke depan. Thank you so much for join with us. Don't forget, I Can Speak always datang di setiap hari Senin jam 12, masih kerja sama bareng Fakultas Bahasa dan Sastra Universitas Sains Al-Quran. Buat tema minggu depan dan juga special announcer minggu depan, kita lihat aja nanti siapa ya yang bakalan hadir minggu depan. Saya Iqbal Santosa dan Valia pamit undur diri.
Saya Isma Azhara.
Saya Nanda Nur Rahmadanti.
Wassalamualaikum
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.